Nothing says you care like crypto.
2030, 45% of women in North America are said to be single and
Fellas, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a reality check that has a lot of modern women shook. Experts predict that by 2030, nearly 45% of women aged 24 to 40 will be childless and unmarried.
So to be clear, that statistic's actually 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44. Men have lost their patience with women. They're done with the relationship. They're done with the gaslighting. They don't, a lot of guys don't even want to talk to their mothers anymore. Mothers, sisters, anything along those lines. They forget about romantic relationships. Men are sick and tired of the nonsense. Men are sick and tired of the gaslighting. Men have had it. And women are beginning to notice that men are disappearing from society after they have actively pushed men out of society. Today's video comes from let's pronounce it right. Men Only. His channel will be linked to the description of the video so that you can go check him out. We also have a video from Circle of Kings. His video will also be linked in the description of the video so that you can go check him out and support him. Watch to the end of the video to fully understand the implications of men finally losing their patience with women, refusing to have relationships going forward. Guys, if you want to chat, keep in mind that members only mode is enabled on the tube, on YouTube. So we actually have a new plan called Angry Guy Premium Light. So, that plan is only $4.99 a month. It helps to support the channel and you get access to member only chats like this one. But of course, if you want, you can also jump over to Rumble and Rumble, the chat's open to everyone over there. Our Rumble is linked in the description of the video and it's also linked in the chat. So you can find a link to the Rumble over there, guys. We're going to go ahead and jump into the video momentarily, but I do want to remind you guys, hard times are here. That's why women are panicking right now, looking for men to date, looking for someone to rescue them. I need a hero, but no one's coming. They can go and hang out with the bear. So with all of this in consideration, guys, you have to prepare yourselves for the absolute worst because we are looking at the absolute worst of times right now. So to adapt to this and to take full advantage of the situation, guys, don't forget to check out Angry's Crypto Academy because times are changing fast and opportunities are knocking louder than ever. We've just launched the Crypto Freelancing Blueprint, your guide to making a living in crypto, even if you're just starting out. From writing to data entry, learn how to land gigs, get paid in crypto, and secure your future. Angry's Crypto Academy also continues to teach you how to buy, sell, and trade crypto. Don't wait. Take control and thrive with crypto today. The Academy is linked in the description. And now let's go ahead and just jump right back into the first video.
And walking away from traditional relationships and focusing on themselves, the dating landscape is shifting fast. And let's just say, the panic is real. Stay tuned as we break down the reasons behind this trend, the reactions, and what it all means for the future.
And guys, don't forget, if you're listening on the tube, we move over to Rumble within 30 minutes of the stream. So, it's just a preemptive warning right now. You guys have about 25 minutes to jump over to Rumble, before we end the stream on this platform, and we're exclusively on Rumble. Also, I just need to stop very quickly, and because I almost forgot to do this. Something happened over at Rumble yesterday. We were on Rumble. We joke around. We like to kick it, but something really serious happened on our platform, and we don't tolerate BS. One of our subscribers, his name is Nick the Prick. So I guess you can recognize it. It's all in the name. He made a very, very terrible comment, very terrible statement towards one of our beloved subscribers known as Brandon. I apologize to Brandon for what happened on my channel and on my platform, and Nick, Nick we're doing our best to discipline him for it. He was banned from the live stream, and he's been sanctioned. A lot of guys in the comment section told him off, and we don't tolerate that type of thing from anyone. So, just letting Brandon know we apologize for what happened. And Nick is being thoroughly disciplined for his actions because, that type of thing is not going to be tolerated anywhere. It's not going to be tolerated anywhere. So, so just letting you guys know what happened, and that we have taken action, towards disciplining Nick and letting Nick know that it's not okay, especially for someone like him to do something like what he did. But we'll go ahead and jump right back into the video. Just wanted to tell you guys about that.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
Ashley Dalton did a video basically saying that in the 5 years that she has been servicing women, she has noticed that women truly do struggle with hearing the truth, no matter how you say it in so many words. And I've watched Ashley's lives before and some of her clips, and when I tell you, out of everybody that kind of is in the same lane as her and, has, built a platform around trying to help women and assist women and, elevate and growing, not even just about getting men, but just growing as a woman, Ashley is literally the least problematic one. And that just let me know that it doesn't really matter the delivery. If you tell a woman something she do not want to hear, she gonna try to do everything but tell you to shut up. Shut up is probably what she really want to tell you to say, but she's not gonna say that. They're gonna talk in circles, and they're gonna do everything just to simply keep you from telling them the truth. How are all these women coaches, people in these spaces specifically for women, how are they having the same experience? How are they having the same experience? I'll tell you why. It's because a lot of women just don't want to listen. They don't want to take heed. And this also brings me to my next point.
Let me just make this very clear point regarding how women think and operate. So when men do something, when men mess up in life, we get together and we warn other men not to do what we did. So, for example, if we have a drinking problem, we will tell younger men never to touch the bottle. Donald Trump, his brother, he had an older brother who passed away. The guy had serious drinking problems. And he said to his brother, Donald, don't you ever drink, even have one drink, because if you have just one, you're going to like it. And as a result of that, Donald never he's never drank in his entire life. And I don't think he ever smoked either. But you have to think about this. This is how men operate. All right. Look at me. What am I doing right now? Now I am sharing the wisdom. I'm sharing the wisdom that I have gained, not from just my own mistakes, but from learning from the mistakes of other men. Smart men learn from their own mistakes and experiences. Wise men learn from their own mistakes and experiences, as well as the mistakes and experiences of other men. That's how you gain wisdom. And I share that with you guys, and I teach you so that you can learn from my experiences, you can learn from my successes, but also especially from my failures, so that you do not repeat the same damn mistakes. Women don't do that. What women do is that they will tell other women, that's how most women operate, they will tell other women to go and do exactly what they did so that they can then validate their own bad decisions. It's an insane concept, because the only thing that a woman is loyal to are her emotions, and women don't process facts, women process feelings. As men, our center of logic and reasoning comes from fact-based evidence. For women, their center of logic comes from feeling-based reasoning. In other words, it does not matter if it aligns with the facts of reality. They will tell you what the facts are based on their feelings. You will never, ever change a woman's mind on anything. You can't. All right? This is the reason why you have women who go to prison. And even in prison, it doesn't matter what the evidence is. They will continue to say for 30 years, that it was not their fault. It was someone else's fault. Even if you caught them red-handed, even if all the evidence is there, even if they don't necessarily say that they didn't do it, they will say that they are not guilty, and they will like, for example, I'll give you a good example. The woman who is responsible for the removal of Selena. Do you guys remember Selena? Some of you remember this singer named Selena. She was a popular singer back in the 90s, and almost 30 years ago, sadly, we lost our lovely Selena because some woman who was like the head of her fan base was obsessed with her and ended up removing her from this reality of existence. To this day, this woman still says that it was not her fault. There were many different things to consider, and it's just insane. After 30 years, she will still not take any accountability for what she's done. Not that she didn't actually commit the act, but more so that she's not guilty for doing it. In fact, she even puts some of the blame, if I recall, on Selena herself. This is how women operate. Men will tell other men, do not do what I did. Women will tell other women, do exactly what I did, even as they are suffering from the consequences of their decisions, even as they are reeling. All of these women who went and got medical degrees and advanced degrees and all of this stuff, and now they're 40 years old, pushing 40 or in their 40s or even 50. And they're miserable, they're alone, and they're saying that they're searching for men right now, a husband and all this other nonsense. They're still telling young women to rinse and repeat and do what they've done. All of these women that can no longer pair bond, that have body counts in the hundreds or thousands, and they're crying themselves to sleep tonight because of the shame and the misery and everything else. Look at people like Mia Khalifa that are still trying to run from their past and making up. And, for example, I saw a recent video with Mia Khalifa, and they asked her, oh, hey, what's your name? She goes, Mia, and what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a jewelry designer. And she was so serious. So serious. That's what I'm trying to illustrate to you guys. All right? They will tell women to do exactly what they've done. Mia Khalifa is running from her past, and yet she is still out there telling women to do exactly what she did, live the exact life that she did, and saying things like, we have to learn how to break up with these men. I've been married like 2 times, engaged like 3, kept the ring on the 3rd time. This is a hustle. This is a game. We should not be afraid to leave these men. You've got to be kidding me. Now this woman is alone. She's single. It's ridiculous. Her name is destroyed. She's still on. I believe she still has a page on OnlyFools, so she's still making money from it. But that doesn't count because now she's just a model, and it's like she's still giving advice to young women so that they can go and rinse and repeat what she's done. Women like Kim Kardashian, do you hear? Kim is not repentant. She's still out there in the streets. It's no wonder men are turning their back on society, turning their backs on relationships, choosing to abstain from society, relationships, environments where women are, and basically staying at home, playing video games, watching television, movies, whatever, gaming, anime, and staying out of the spotlight, staying away from a society that does not like them. And what are women doing? Women are dragging each other down to continue validating the bad decisions that they've made. See, misery loves company, and women would rather drag each other down and tell each other to repeat the same bad decisions that they've made so that they can stroke their own ego and validate those bad decisions, because now they have a bunch of other women who've also done the same thing. So even if they're all suffering collectively, it doesn't matter because they've all done it. So now they're all screwed. Who would think, guys, who would do something so terrible to somebody else, to another human being? They would, because they don't care. It's all about them. What this is? It's sociopathic behavior. You can't reason, you can't rationalize, there's nothing. That's why the only option we have as men is to walk away. You have no other option in the entire situation. None other. Your only option is to walk away, leave, stay home, or leave Western society entirely, leave the country. That's it. That's it. And things aren't going to get better. Guys, the laws, the policies, it's not even the culture. A large part of it is the culture. Nothing can... Guys, it's cooked. I had a friend. She was a part of the space many years ago. Her name was Cass. And she said it to me. Because she used to be in the space. She used to talk about women and how women operate and think. And she was rational. She was a good girl. And She literally said, yeah, she literally said, angry, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Like, I admit it's not gonna happen in our lifetime. And this girl was like in her 20s at the time, I think, maybe pushing 30. And she said it's not going, she said the relationship between men and women will never come back in our lifetime. In our lifetime. She knew it would never happen because, and this was like 10 years ago, maybe more than 10 years ago. And she was basically telling me like, no, it's over. It can't, it's over. It's cooked. Women are cooked in Western society. There's no coming back, because even back then she knew that women were too far gone. They were too far gone. 10 years ago, they were too far gone. 10. And that was before M2 happened. She told me this before M2. Hashtag M2. So what do you really think now? Women are heading, guys, you're going to see women in extraordinary states of poverty, destitution, hardship, lots of despair as they find themselves single, childless, single, unable to find anyone to help them to guys, women are not designed to live without a husband. And many of you, you've been spoon-fed the jargon, just like women were being told that they're independent and they don't need any man, and some of you actually believe it. You believe that they will always be bailed out. You believe the state will always bail them out. You believe that Simps will always bail them out. You believe that there will always be a plan B, C, or D for them. But you don't comprehend the plan B guys are on to them. The plan C guys are on to them. The plan D guys, which is plan desperate, are on to them. None of these men are having relationships with them. None of these men are going to subsidize them. These women are ending up, there's video after video of women losing their jobs, young women losing their jobs, and they have no one to turn to, and they are now living in their cars, ending up on the streets, trying to get into shelters, or where are they headed? To the woods, but they don't want to go to the woods. They don't want to hang out with Yogi and Boo Boo. The same exact people who said that they would choose the bear over the man don't want to go hang out with Yogi and Boo Boo because the ranger isn't there to watch their back anymore, which is, by the way, a man. But he retired, so he's enjoying retirement right now. They chose the bear, but don't want to go hang out with them. What kind of sense does that make? I'm telling you guys, it's just an absolute and utter joke what we are witnessing in Western society. Complete joke. You know? Let's read some of these comments. See some comments in the chat. Let's read some comments. Let's see here. Yeah, guys, you definitely have to get over there. You guys definitely have to go over to Rumble, because there's some great things. I can't even, like, the Rumble chat is so wild. I can't even show you guys the stuff. Like, Rumble chat is wild as hell, bro. It is so wild that I can't even show you the great stuff that's in Rumble right now. Rumble is lit. Rumble is 100% lit. You know, like I said, Rumble is linked in the description of the video if you want to jump over to Rumble. And you guys have about, I'm just going to give you the 5-minute warning now, guys. 5-minute warning. This is the 5-minute warning. This is the 5-minute warning. You have 5 minutes to get over to Rumble. Exactly, approximately 5 minutes to get over to Rumble, or yeah, you know, that's it. Stream's gonna end in 5 minutes on YouTube, and then we're gonna be streaming only on Rumble. So you have 5 minutes to get your butts over to Rumble, 5 minutes to get your butts over to Rumble, and once you go over there, don't forget to follow so that you'll never miss another video when we release it on Rumble, because we're releasing a lot of exclusive content now on Rumble that's not even on the tube anymore. Lots of live stream. I'm actually doing like video game streams. I might do one tonight because I feel like gaming a little bit. Maybe I'm in a real pissed off mood. When am I not, right? But yeah, I might do a live stream for you. I might do some streaming tonight of me gaming after I end this live stream. And but that's into the future. But yeah, so, like, you know, I've been doing, so if you guys want to see me game, live stream while I'm gaming, like that kind of stuff is happening over there. I do exclusive live streams where I'm just talking about topics like this, but you don't have like that freedom of speech on the tube that you have over on Rumble. So, again, guys, it is just how it is. And then we have exclusive videos. For example, like I didn't drop a video yesterday. I think I didn't drop it. Maybe I didn't drop a video yesterday on YouTube, but I did drop one over on Rumble. So they're getting exclusive videos over on Rumble. So if you like miss a daily video, you're like, where's Angry's daily video? It's over on Rumble. That's why you're not seeing it. It's on Rumble. I already gave you the 411. You just didn't listen. But yeah. So guys, I gave you your 5-minute warning. It's actually a 3-minute warning now, or 2 minutes and 30 seconds, because you're running out of time. So you got about 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get your butts to Rumble before we cut it on the tube it, everybody tube it. There was a song like that at some point, right? But yeah, don't expect me to stick around past the next 2 minutes, because you got about 2 minutes before we go and have our fun on Rumble.
One of my TikTok friends says,
and just in case you're looking for it, the link to the Rumble is in the description of the video, and it's also linked in the chat.
Something that was very, very interesting, and it's also very true. She said a lot of women fall on their face because of their arrogance. It's their arrogance. They aren't humble enough to listen to the advice that they so desperately need. Ashley Dalton doesn't go around recruiting y'all to come listen to her live. She don't recruit y'all and make y'all listen to her content. She don't recruit y'all so y'all can call in. Y'all be calling in because you're already inquisitive. You already believe that she may possibly be able to help you. If you know that you're that person, why you keep on doing all this? Huh? Why you keep on doing all this? Why you won't open this up right here? That just don't make no sense to me. And what my TikTok friend said was, like, a lot of people watch women fall on their face, not because they don't want them to, but because it's the resistance to help. It's the resistance to, like, let me put you on this. Women truly don't want the help. And it's like, sadly, a lot of beautiful faces are going to be bruised up because a lot of women are going to fall flat on their face every time. Not because nobody wants them to, not because I want them to. I love when a woman go all the way. My favorite thing to see is when a woman grow and elevate. That's my favorite thing to see. But I'm wise enough to know many will not listen. Many will think that they don't need the help. Many will do the total opposite. Many will try to defend the very behavior that they know is holding them back. It's no winning. It's no winning. It's no winning with women. A lot of women truly gonna have to learn from experience, sadly. And y'all know how I feel about learning from experience. Sometimes you don't always bounce back like you think you're gonna bounce back. That's why it's truly wise to take heed when someone is trying to help you.
Y'all heard what she said? Do you hear what she just said? A lot of people don't bounce back from experience. A lot of people don't come back because they did not listen. They don't listen to wisdom. That's what happens to a lot of men. A lot of men are told not to do these things. There's a cliff, and you're told, listen, I can't tell you what to do. Don't go over that cliff. Do not go over that cliff. And what do these men do? Oh, you're just a man who's hurt and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do what I want to do. You don't like women, blah, blah, blah. Okay, little bro, you know what? Miss me now. Go on, do your thing. So they're like, exactly, I'll go ahead and do exactly what I want to do. Then, lo and behold, you see they pop up like a few years later, months later, years later, and dude's like, you're like, what do you want, man? I thought, I haven't seen you in ages, and how did you, man, you look really messed up. They're all messed up. They're in a wheelchair, everything, like these people, like, they look terrible. And you're like, what the hell happened to you? And they don't want to tell you. And you're like, all right, man, I really don't care. They're like, oh, wait, all right, I'll tell you. I went over the cliff. I told you not to go over the cliff. A bunch of other men told you not to go over the cliff. We were all telling you not to go over the cliff, and you went over the cliff. And then they start talking about, I didn't have any control of myself, so I'm not to blame for it. Who's to blame for it? Who the heck is to blame for it? Not me. I didn't have any control. You had no control over yourself. No. This is guys, this is why a lot of men abandon other men, because you can't reach them. And see that's the funny thing. I admit right off the bat, there are a lot of men who will never listen until they go and they get the experience, and then they want everyone to feel sorry for them. But men are still more likely to learn from other men than women are to learn from men and women. You know, men are willing to learn from the mistakes of other men, right? So they don't repeat them. A lot of women are not willing to learn from the mistakes of other women. So, for example, even in scenarios where you'll have a woman who tells other women the truth and tells them, don't do this. You're heading for a serious problem. Don't do this. Those women will then turn around and say, that's a hater. That's a hater. She doesn't mean me any good. That's my enemy, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to cut her out of my life. A woman can have a friend who tells her, sweetie, you've gained too much weight. You need to get in shape. You're not going to be here in the future if you don't get in shape. And her friend will say, are you serious? You're really going to shame me? And her friend will respond, I'm not trying to shame you. I don't want to lose you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you come from a place of love. She will still turn around and say, you are my enemy now. And she will go to those people who are validating her and validating her in her wrong and enabling her in her wrong. And then fast forward, lo and behold, she doesn't feel well. And she's having difficulty now, you know, and she's short of breath, and all of these different things are happening because that either that friend that tried to help her, she put her out of her life, or that friend just gave up and walked away. Because women don't have the patience that men have. A lot of women will just give up on each other and be gone. And so she's been around these enablers, and now her life is beginning to spiral down. Her health is continuing to get worse. Those people that enabled her are nowhere to be found. They're not going to be there to help her. None of that. She has no one. And then lo and behold, within no time at all, she's no longer here anymore. And who's to blame? Men. That's how it works, guys. Like, literally, a woman will she'll be at home walking around, stub her toe, and she'll go, ow, men. How were we responsible for you stubbing your toe, dear? You know what you did. We know what we did. You know what you did. How? And it'll be some insane thing. And then eventually, if you're even able to prove that, hey, we're not responsible, it doesn't matter, because they will never admit to the things they've done. The best you'll get out of them is like a crap. Because they can never admit to anything or take any accountability for anything, because they were not raised to do that. They were not conditioned. A man is quickly put in his place by the world. Men find out very quickly from the time they are little boys exactly where they belong, how they are, and how the world perceives them, and they are put in check. Women never are. They go through their entire lives with the kid glove, being given the kid gloves, and then when the reality of the world sets in, and they're no longer their privilege runs out and cannot protect them anymore, they blame the world, they blame men, they'll blame God, but they'll never take any accountability for any of it, and at the same time gaslight and say they don't know how this could have happened, even though there were people telling them that this is exactly what was going to happen, and they've been going down this path, and they'll just go in one ear and come out the other. They'll act like they didn't even hear you. And then you wonder why men are done with relationships and dating and choosing to avoid these things entirely and just focus on themselves, their happiness, their relationship with God, and not with toxic individuals. And guys, like I said, this is why I keep telling y'all, focus on getting your money right now, because hard times are here. Times are changing fast. However, opportunities are also knocking louder than ever. We've just launched a crypto freelance blueprint, your guide to making a living in crypto. Even if you're just starting out, from writing to data entry, learn how to land gigs, get paid in crypto, and secure your future. Angry's Crypto Academy also continues to teach you how to buy, sell, and trade crypto. Don't wait. Take control and thrive with crypto today. The Academy is linked in the description. I mean, guys, this is the reality. This is the reality, and women have no one to blame but themselves. Also, I've given our YouTube people, the YouTube peeps, plenty of time to get over to YouTube right now. So to get over from YouTube to Rumble. So if you haven't done so